Guess what? Moral sciences is now a school subject. Guess what? Yes, moral sciences is now included in school syllabus. It is categorized as subject. You know what the difference is between the previous years that our ancestors has lived beautifully and today in our lives? What is the difference? There was a difference, first difference, which we can, observe very clearly, is that the moral sciences wasn't as a school subject. It is a way to live and breathe through life. And today we have to include moral sciences as a subject. You know what we are doing here? We are reviving the old values that we had. It is a good thing, but we are reviving our own foundation. How vague it is to sound. We have lost in the world, we have lost ourselves in the world doing anything in our lives, that now we have to force ourselves to bring into something which was our foundation. That is the insane phenomena. Our ancestors built empires, endured hardships, fought wars, and created empires. But what we are doing today, we are definitely not following that same route. What we are doing is we are thinking about hardships more than we are thinking about us. Because we need something which is foundational. We need morals, we need discipline, but we always listen to something which is hindrance. And what is hindrance? Hindrance is that inside talking brain, which tells you that cell, that particular cell at a time tells you that, okay, just skip it up. That's okay, it's fine. But the thing about life is that life will come like life comes, and you have to decide if you have to be hard or soft. Yes, there is a chance that, okay, not always discipline, not always thinking about work. There are some times, but let me tell you that what if you live like a person that, okay, let me sleep for 1 hour, one more hour, let me study tomorrow night, I'm not going to study today, I'll sleep, I'll rest, I'll go out with my friends, I'll do anything, I'll do anything, but let's just skip the hard part for now. Why? Because I'm resting. Tomorrow is Monday, I'm resting today, let's just start from tomorrow. But what this thing brings to us is that this is not discipline. And if you ask me, that you don't have to be always disciplined in life. There are all those people who have achieved something in their life, who have something to show on, who have something to tell you that, okay, they have created this. Even if in any niche we can imagine, it can be any niche. If it is beauty, if it's business, if it's entrepreneurship, if it is philanthropy, anything, whatever we look up to, the first reel which comes to us in our good account. Why? Because our good part of being a human always wants to look up to something that he or she wants to be subconsciously. And what we are doing here is, we are not only seeing the stuff which is cringe, we are not only seeing stuff which will not give you anything in output. What we want, what our true brain and heart needs is, that is subconscious. We need something which gives us a potential output which is equal to a potential output. But what we are doing is, we are not giving that to it. But why? Because even if we are seeing good content, even if we are looking into something which is more reliable, which is more passionate, which requires a little bit of a design thinking, what we are doing is, we're not seeing it, because we think that, okay, let's fix a time to see something which is valuable. Guys, we can't imagine that we have to set up a particular time to see a particular thing, which is more valuable. Why? Because first, we are wasting our time. Secondly, if I tell you that why do we see cringe content, is that because it doesn't require any kind of a design thinking in our lives. We are required to process chemicals into our brain, that if we have to see anything good, if we have to do anything productive, if we have to make a potential output for everything we do. But what we do is we do not do that because that requires particular type of design thinking again, right? So that is something which we need to understand, that if we are doing anything, it requires design thinking. And trust me, if anything you do in your life, even if you wake up, even if you take a bath, even if you brush your teeth, anything, any minuscule things in your daily life, if it doesn't require design thinking, then it means that you need to do things that really requires design thinking. How we can improve it, how if we are meeting someone, how we can improve the meet, how we can if we are in a meeting, how we can improve that meeting, how we if we are taking a lecture, how we have to improve our particular lecture. Anything, design thinking is very, very important, and it's a potent thing to lead a life. And for that, we need to come back and set a target. And if we not set a target for any day, and you'll say that, okay, let's live a soft life, breaks are okay, but let me tell you that discipline is the only freedom. And today, if you're resting, if you are in peace and you're thinking that let's do it from tomorrow, let me tell you, there is one part of you, even it is 0.01%, which is saying you that this is not right, this is not something which is worthy to do. It may be 90%, it may be 0.1%, it may be minuscule like that. So you need to understand that what matters, and if something matters, you need to grab it and you need to capture it. And if I say that breaks are good, disciplined people also feel tiredness, disciplined people also feel vagueness, disciplined people also get sometimes empty from inside. They also feel like, okay, let's leave it, we can take a break, we can do something later on, we should not do it right now. We do that. But the thing and the difference is, we know that what is the most potential freedom. The potential freedom is not in enjoying. The potential freedom is not in living a soft life and settling it for tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. And the disciplined people knows that discipline is the true freedom. What we have done, we have traded resilience for convenience. Whatever we do, whatever we plan, we think from a comfort zone side. Okay, we can do this, but we can also do this. Let's jump into something which is easy path. See guys, we are not the rivers which are flowing just the way we flow. We are not that, because only dead fishes go with the flow. That's something which requires design thinking again, So this is very important, because there is a quote from Marcus Aurelius who says that waste no time in arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Because this is very, very important to say, and again referring that this quote is considering everything that we are facing right now, which is, we are always thinking, what should we be doing this time? We are always thinking that what should be done here at the moment. We are always planning, and the execution part never comes. Trust me, it has happened with me, and it will happen to all of those people who are enough of doing hard work, who are those people are really capable, but they sometimes don't know that planning is like too much. We did planning, we did too much of the planning, but now we have to head towards execution. Because if the planning is like infinite percentage strong, but if the execution is like not even that power, then nothing's gonna work. The plan is not gonna work. And if you ask me that you always categorize things, that this can be done, this can be done, this can be done, but the thing is that you are wasting your time in categorizing things, that what can be done, right? Be one. We don't have to waste time in organizing our lives for so many days that it takes you your life to organize your life, right? At the last, I want to say that today's generation won't be remembered, but as I always say, that there are exceptions to building something great. See, history warns us, but moral is the compass of our life. And if you're someone who wants to inculcate design thinking in their lives, and if you're someone who is not trading resilience for their convenience, and if you're someone who wants to revive their moral sciences and moral values and principles, history revives itself, so you are at the right place. Like, share, and leave a comment.